Okay, this is the notes for 1.6. So question 1 deals with graphing a compound inequality. Okay, as we remember from graphing inequalities earlier, if it is pointing towards your letter, your shading goes left. If it is opening to your letter, your shading goes right. And then if we have just a greater than or less than symbol, it's an open circle. If we have the line underneath, that's when it's the closed circle. Okay, so if we look at the first one, we have a closed circle on our -4. Okay, it is pointing at our letter, so we know our shading goes left. Okay, now all we do is we move over and we graph the second one on the same exact line. So here we have a closed circle on our 8. It's opening to our letter, so we go right. Okay, question 2, same thing. Okay, all this is 2 equations, so we solve them, we solve these 2 inequalities the same as we always have. So here, -6, we add 6 to get 4u is less than or equal to 8. We divide by 4, and we get 2. Okay, our second equation, 3u minus 2, so less than or equal to 13, we add 2 to get 3u and 15. Okay, from here, we divide through by 3 to get u and 5. So now we graph these. If we look, we see we have a negative, or a closed dot rather, on the +2. So closed dot is pointing at our letter, so we know we go left. Okay, then our second one, again, closed dot on the 5, pointing at our letter, so we come left again, and our shadings overlap. Now, the only difference here is if your shadings would have happened to be going towards each other, you would have stopped at the other dot. Okay, so that's something that may come up. So if your shadings are going towards each other, you stop at the other dot. Okay, question 3 asks us to solve this inequality. It's an absolute value, so we know from doing absolute values before that we get rid of any number outside of the absolute value symbol. So in this case, we have a -20, so we add 20 to each side to get the absolute value of x is greater than or equal to -8 plus 20 will give me 12. Now, just like with the equations, we now split this into 2 pieces. The first equation is going to be exactly as it's written. So x is greater than or equal to 12. Your second one, you flip your inequality symbol and make it a negative. So x is less than or equal to -12. Okay, question 4. Okay, a little harder, but not bad. So again, everything's inside of our absolute value symbol, so we can split it. So we get 2w minus 12 less than or equal to 8. Okay, and then for our second equation, we get 2w minus 12, that part stays the same. We know we flip our inequality symbol and we change the 8 to negative. Okay, so the first equation is basically the same exact equation, just the absolute value symbols are there. The second equation, we flip the inequality, make the other side a negative. Okay, so here we just start to solve. So we know we start out by adding the 12. So here 8 plus 12 will give me an answer of 20. I divide by 2 to to get 10. And then I come over to my second equation, I do the same exact thing. I add 12. So negative 8 plus 12 will give me 4. And then I divide through by the 2 to get 2. Okay, so here they give us 2 lines. That was a mistake for some reason. We're going to graph both of these on the same line. Okay, so for the first one, with the 10, we notice that we have the line underneath, so close dot on the 10. Okay, it is pointing at my W in this case, so I know I'm going to the left. And I'm going to just go a little ways and stop for right now. With my second part, I notice that I have a closed dot on my 2. It's opening to my letter, which means I'm going right. So this is a case like I mentioned earlier. My shadings are going towards one another, so I stop at the points and I have the shading just in the middle. Okay, question 5 asks us to write an absolute value equation for the graph given. Okay, just real quick, you're going to have the absolute value, all right, and it will be the less than, your symbol is going to be pointing at your x if, all right, your shadings are going out from one another, which is actually what they're doing here, or it will be opening to your absolute value if you have the shading in the middle. Okay, so that's the 2 cases. So in our case, again, this is the case where it's going out, so we know it's pointing at our absolute value symbol. Okay, in this case, we look at our dots. Notice our dots are filled in, so the dots being filled in tells us we need our line underneath. Okay, and then to get our other side here, all we do is we take whatever our number here is, in this case a 3, so we put 3. Okay, so that is the notes for 1.6.